Yep, Charlamagne the God.
Andrew Schultz.
We are the Brilliant Idiots, and this week's episode of Brilliant Idiots is brought to you by Mack Weldon. Mack Weldon is reinventing men's basics, okay? They believe in smart design, premium fabrics, and simple shopping. Not only do Mack Weldon's shirts, socks, and underwear look good, they perform well too. Whether you're working out or going to work, Mack Weldon's basics will keep you feeling second to none. Go to MackWeldon.com and use promo code IDIOTS to get 20% off your order. That's MackWeldon.com, MackWeldon.com. Now let's start the goddamn show.
Yeah. Remember, we got 2 Brilliant Idiots lives coming up. One is the 30th of June right here in New York City, and that's going to be at Tribeca Pack. And you can go to tickets.tribecapack.org/the-brilliant-idiots to get tickets right there, or just Google Tribeca Pack, get those tickets. And then we got Ohio. That's Columbus, Ohio. All right. And make sure you come out. That's going to be August 27th. And if you want to get tickets for that, you go to idiotslive/brownpapertickets.com or idiotslive.brownpapertickets.com. One of those, but I'm sure if you Google, you're going to figure it out. The Hesitation Tour continues. All right. This month, I'm going to be in Atlanta. One show only, the 26th of June. All right, at the Atlanta Comedy Theater. Tickets are available right now. Get those tickets. The July 22nd through 24th, I'm going to be at Raleigh at Charlie Goodnight's Comedy Club in Raleigh, North Carolina. Did I pronounce it right, assholes? I'm tired of you guys fucking criticizing my pronunciation. I'm doing my best, all right? July 27th, I'll be at the Improv in Houston, Texas. August 3rd through 6th, I'll be in Amsterdam. The 12th, I'll be in Long Island at the Brokerage in Belmore. And the 14th, I'll be at the Comedy Factory in Baltimore. So that's the Hesitation Tour this summer. Make sure you get your tickets. Thank you guys so much for coming out to the shows, man. It's been crazy. Fuck, shoot the gorilla, man.
Hey, hold on.
Shoot the fucking gorilla. I'm tired of everybody trying to seem like a better person they are, giving a fuck about this gorilla. If I fall into the gorilla enclosure, shoot all the fucking gorillas.
Do you realize
every last one of the fucking gorillas?
Listen, this is my thing. It's simple. We're humans. They're gorillas.
Humans are more important than animals.
I'm not even,
every single time.
I'm not even going to say what's important. I'm just going to say when it comes to like this totem pole of life, this natural order of things, this food chain, a 4-year-old child is more important than a gorilla. Now, do I feel sorry for the gorilla? Yes, I do feel sorry for the gorilla because the gorilla was minding his business. Number one, the gorilla was taken from wherever his homeland was and put into captivity. I hate zoos. I've never liked zoos. Zoos are nothing but animal prison to me. I don't like to see things caged up. I like to see things in their natural habitat. So number one was this guy was already in animal prison. He got a death sentence for nothing. He's like, what did I do? I thought y'all dropped me off a new toy. Yeah. You kill a gorilla for being a gorilla, but I'm going to tell you something else. Yeah. We only have sympathy for animals we can't eat. Yeah. Because if that was a motherfucker that had fell into a chicken coop or a cow stable and he was being attacked by cows and chickens, kill him. It's just meat.
It's just meat. We're going to eat it up in a second.
So the moral of the story is fry some goddamn gorilla.
How do you know gorilla isn't delicious?
Gorilla might be tasty as a motherfucker.
Hey, look, you know what? You know what's really important that we discuss on this show is I hate how social media jumped to this conclusion that these people were bad parents. Immediately, they came out and they say, these people are bad parents. They're fucked up. How dare they do their shitty parents? They took their kid to the zoo.
Yeah.
How bad a fucking parent? When was the last time you took your kids to the zoo?
I don't like the zoo. My wife took my daughter to the zoo a week ago.
Okay, she did. You.
I don't like
my parents took me to the zoo one time in our whole, like, Greg, how many times did mom and dad take you to the zoo? Maybe never. 2 or 3 times. Maybe 2, and we had some fucking amazing parents. My point is, those parents, there's nothing wrong with those parents. Immediately afterwards, right, what I thought was so typical of Twitter, immediately after it happened, everybody hops on Twitter and they go, oh, white parents, hey, white parents, what the hell is wrong with you? Why don't you put leashes on your kid? This is why you guys put leashes on your kids, white parents. White parents, why don't you care about the kids? White parents, you guys are crazy. 2 days later, turns out that the parents are actually black. Immediately, the sentiment is, hey, sometimes the kids are crazy. It's hard to watch kids. Kids run around.
I didn't know what the race of the parents was. I didn't care. I just thought it was negligent. And, I was funny because I was having a conversation with, I don't want to say her name, but she got upset with me because, I said, Letty, salute to Letty. Because Letty and Debbie Dev was having a conversation back and forth on Twitter. And I agreed with Dev. I'm like, you don't misplace your kids. I misplace a lot of things. Yeah. Okay? You don't misplace your kids, especially when they're 4.
Come on.
No, stop it.
Come on, I don't have kids, but still.
Yeah, it's impossible. When I'm in a public place, you know what I do to my kids? Hold on to my kids tighter. I'll give you a perfect scenario. This weekend, I'm in Folly Beach, South Carolina. Salute to everybody in Folly Beach. I rented a nice beach house. I got my whole family staying there. My mom's there, my aunts, my sisters, brothers, nieces, nephews. Might have been Kente's daughter. I'm not sure which. It was either Kente's daughter or my brother, my nephew Cam, right? And so they go, I hear Cam go, I want to go in the water. So it's like, no, you can't go in the water. You can't go in the pool. Right? Cam's 3. Immediately, my mind is like, watch him. Because when you tell a little kid no, little kid thinks, how can I get away with doing this? No doesn't mean no. No means, how can I get away with doing this without getting in trouble? So I'm watching him. He's inching towards the pool. When you tell a kid not to do something, especially not to go in somewhere, you have to take that child away from that to get it off his mind, period. The little boy told the mom, I want to go in the gorilla pit. Now, I don't know what the mom got so distracted doing that her child could crawl all the way into a fucking gorilla pit, Schultz. No, that's negligent.
Okay. First of all, the mom got distracted looking at the gorillas. They're very distracting. They're incredible. They're incredible human beings. Not human beings. They're incredible animals. They're totally mesmerizing to watch.
That's her dumbass.
I totally understand that. Second of all, this kid,
he's 4.
Listen,
you know what Letty told me? Letty goes, that's like blaming your parents because you used to get in trouble. I'm like, we're talking about a 4-year-old as opposed to a grown man making choices to get in trouble.
Listen, your kids have fallen. Your kids have done these things before. Things have happened to your kids you're not in control of. My feeling is it's not really that much of the parents' fault. It's not like the parents wanted that to happen. It's not like the parents are completely negligible because they're with them at the zoo in the first place. This was clearly a mistake. Okay, it's not like the parents hate fucking gorillas and they did whatever they could to fuck up the gorillas.
It's a hell of a mistake, and it's a mistake that could have cost that child his life.
Yeah, and like every mistake with a child can cost your life. A lot of times parents drop their fucking kids.
Well, that's
ridiculous. That happens all the fucking time.
Who are these people that are just treating their kids like iPhones?
Listen,
like who are these people that are just misplacing their kids and dropping their kids?
Sometimes you drop a fucking kid. How many kids got scars on their chin because they're walking around, they fucking hit a coffee table? Boom.
It's different.
What I'm saying, sometimes the coffee table, sometimes gorilla enclosure.
No, if you're around the house, you hit a coffee table, hurt your chin, cool. It's one thing for your child to get away from you for a few seconds in a store. You're in a department store, kid goes running off, hide behind clothes, some shit like that.
Yeah. That's what this is.
This guy wandered off into a gorilla pit.
You shouldn't be able to.
That didn't take seconds,
Charlamagne, you shouldn't be able to, at 4 years old, climb into a gorilla pit. If anybody's to blame, it's the zoo. As a parent at the As a parent at the zoo, I should feel safe enough that my 4-year-old kid who just learned how to walk.
Yeah.
I don't know when you start walking, but not even that long. He hasn't been walking that long. Yeah. Can physically climb up and down a thing, go crawl under a thing, climb up another wire, and then fall into a gorilla enclosure.
How about
we sign this kid up for American Ninja Warrior?
Yeah, because
that's what we need.
That's amazing that he did all that. But
this motherfucker's a gymnast.
How about, hey, parents, sorry if we didn't make this cage or whatever for kids. We didn't make this in mind with kids in mind to crawl in it.
What, adults go to the zoo? I don't go to the fucking
zoo.
Who
the fuck climbs in the gorilla pit?
Kids.
I'm not making this with them in mind that, you know what, one day a 4-year-old's going to crawl in this.
You ever go to a playground? What do they do at the playgrounds?
Play.
Climb. They fucking climb. That's the entire action, is just climbing, sliding down, falling off shit, jumping off shit. They're preparing for the gorilla enclosure their entire childhood life.
Okay.
Finally, he got the opportunity to see some real gorillas. He got a real-life combat situation, playgrounded himself into that fucking thing. God bless this kid.
I got another scenario.
Go.
Teleportation. This kid is a mutant. Possible. There's no fucking way this kid climbed up all this shit, crawled under shit, and nobody noticed. Nobody noticed till he was in the fucking gorilla pit. That's the problem I have with the parents. This isn't something that takes seconds to do. Like, this is something that took a few minutes. Somebody had to see something. Are we all that distracted? Is everybody looking down at their phones? Is everybody so fucking distracted that we don't notice there's a kid in the gorilla pit?
I mean, I think I'm with you on that.
Mom is just busy on the phone recording I'm with you, baby. I'm with you.
Oh, no, that wasn't her recording.
Who was that recording?
That was someone else. She's not recording her own kid.
I would hope not.
Killed by a gorilla.
I thought that was the mom on the fucking. Are you sure?
Yes, I'm positive.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. She's saying, I'm with you, baby. But, I mean, look.
You ain't with me. If you with me, get your ass down there and come get me like any other mom.
You got yourself
would.
in that situation. I ain't doing that shit. It's like if your kid's like, I'm lost in Southside Chicago. I'm like, Uber.
Listen, I'm telling you right now. Uber. Listen, I'm telling you right now. If those were my parents would have whipped my ass once I got out the gorilla pit for not listening to them.
Yeah.
They told me not to take my ass in that goddamn gorilla pit.
True.
I went in that motherfucking gorilla pit. They'd have whipped my motherfucking ass.
True.
And guess what? If that monkey would have been dragging me around and my head would have hit a rock and I'd have started bleeding profusely, my pops would have been like, I told this stupid motherfucker don't go in the goddamn gorilla pit. Look at this stupid motherfucker in the gorilla pit. At 4, I should know better.
Yeah, you should know better. But they don't. No, at 4, you should know better. But your parents can still yell at you for endangering yourself. But let's stop acting like these gorillas. Everybody's like, yo, the gorillas want to take care of him. They were looking after him. They were dragging around that motherfucker like he was a skateboard.
That motherfucker
was floating.
You ever seen that old J Hood video when J Hood was dissing D Block? He was dragging the D Block chain on the concrete.
No,
that's how that monkey was dragging that motherfucking.
He looked like a boogie board. Have you ever taken a boogie board to the beach? Yo, that little kid was a boogie board.
The gorilla climbed up the fucking rocks and was beating the kid's head was beating on the rocks. But my thing is this: he's a gorilla.
That's what he's supposed to do.
You can't get mad at a gorilla for gorilling.
Gorilla's gonna gorilla.
A gorilla going to gorilla, bro.
Okay.
Like, what else was the gorilla supposed to do?
What they should have done is throw him some bananas. If they threw some bananas and it distracted the gorillas enough, well, you don't think gorillas eat bananas?
I don't know.
Let me tell you real honestly, 100% honest, I don't care if that gorilla brought a banana to the kid, peeled the banana, and handed the kid the banana, still shoot the fucking gorilla.
Listen.
Shoot the fucking gorilla.
The only reason people care about gorillas is 2 reasons. Number 1, people believe in evolution. They believe we came from gorillas.
Sure.
Gorillas are smart creatures.
Sure.
And number 2, because we can't eat them.
I came from humans. We could kill some of them.
Listen, if gorillas were tasty as fuck, I'm telling you, we wouldn't care. We only got sympathy for the animals we can't eat.
I know. You're right.
That's it.
They're too gamey. That's the problem with gorillas. The meat is too gamey.
What did you eat this morning? What kind of meat have you had this morning?
I damn did not have a gorilla burger.
But what'd you eat?
I had oatmeal.
Okay.
I had
what meat?
I had carnitas.
What is that?
Pork.
Okay. Did you even think about what pig that came from?
I don't care about animals.
Exactly.
But I'm open about this. I don't even care about my cat. Greg took my cat to the beach and left it there. It's been the greatest week of my life.
Take the cat to the Chinese goddamn restaurant and let's see how much you.
Well, that is a racial stereotype.
Oh, fuck
that is a racial stereotype.
I don't give a shit about racial stereotypes, no more racial slurs. You know what? Let me tell you what somebody at MTV.
What happened?
Let me tell you what somebody on the good old team of Uncommon Sense did.
God.
Because this has been bothering me, so I'm gonna go ahead and get it off my chest.
Get off your chest. Can you say who?
I'm not gonna say who. I'm not gonna throw them under the bus like that unless they get mad at me for talking about it on the podcast.
And then you're gonna let them.
I might just send it to fucking HR at Viacom. Okay, how about that? Right. So, Uncommon Sense comes on every Friday night at 11 p.m. on MTV2. It's a great show. We got a great staff, great team. Everybody knows I love a good racial joke, no matter who the race is about. If it's not like something dealing with, I guess, death. So I get a little. What do you think about this, Shar?
What is this?
You should approach it. You should approach it and talk about the gorilla shooting and say that it was a shooting of a gorilla at a Cincinnati Zoo, and then you can say you flashed the exclusive footage of the gorilla shooting. So I'm reading it. Flash the Troy Ave shooting at Irving Plaza, right? Then the next line is, that's how you get rid of a super predator. Really? I'm like, I've never cursed anybody at MTV. I don't curse people I work with, period. I sent back an email that said, no disrespect, but get the fuck out of here. I said, you want me to make a correlation between a monkey getting shot and a black man shooting up a club where another black man got killed. And then you want me to finish it with the line, this is how you get rid of a super predator? I said, nobody thought this through, huh? Right?
There's a really funny joke right there.
It's really not.
No. With the way that you just said it, it'd be really funny if after that whole setup, if you said, hold on, you want me to make a correlation between a monkey shooting another monkey and this innocent gorilla that died in the zoo.
It's not funny.
I think that's funny.
Nah,
I think that's funny.
That was a terrible joke for you to make, especially after the week you just had, with everybody thinking you're racist already.
First of all,
you might want to edit that.
You know what I've realized?
You shut your white supremacist ass up.
You know what I realized? You know what I realized, honestly, is you can't give a fuck what people say because people have decided how they're looking to feel, and they're just looking for proof of it. That's
okay.
all
Well,
it
it's
is.
two things. Well, I agree. I definitely agree with you. Can't worry about what.
You got to know who you are.
You.
Matter of fact, the problem with this whole Troy Ave situation is that he wasn't confident in who he was. If you know who you are and you are confident in your constitution as a human being, it really doesn't matter what other people think of you. When you are worried and concerned about the thoughts of others and how others are portraying you, and when you're consumed by that, you can put yourself in an insecure situation like unfortunately Troy did.
I don't know.
Tragic
I don't know the problem in the Troy Ave situation. And the reason I don't know the problem is because I have yet to get all of the facts. None of it is making sense to me.
Sure.
None of it is adding up. None of it. Like, I don't get why Troy would fire off in a place like Irving Plaza. I guess I understand why he would have guns in there, because that's just the sick culture that we live in, where everybody feel like they got to be motherfucking packing. Let's talk about that for a second. Let's unpack this a little bit, right?
Okay.
If I'm sitting at home, got on my basketball shorts, my wife beater, cooling out, watching the game. Somebody calls me and goes, yo, let's go to the T.I. show tonight at Irving Plaza. And I say to myself, yo, hell yeah, I'm going there. Let me get dressed and get my gun. If I got to go anywhere where I think I may need a gun, I'm not going. Mm-hmm. Raekwon said on Wu-Tang Forever that when you fuck with guns, you create the conflict of you going against your own. I'm not going anywhere where I think I need a gun. Period. That's number one. Now, number two, I don't know what made him feel like he needed to fire off in that club. All the facts of the situation haven't come out yet. I'm not passing judgment because I don't know yet. And that's what everybody was like, oh, give Troy Ave donkey today, give him donkey today. I'm like, everybody just relax. Because I'm seeing a lot of irresponsible information being passed online. I don't know what's true. I don't know what's not true. I just know that a lot of people's lives have been ruined. From Banger, God bless the dead, to Troy Ave, who's probably going to get about 20 years.
I don't see, yeah.
If Shine got 10.
Yeah, you're going to get 20 years.
They want to make an example.
Yeah.
So, and if there are other shooters, they going to end up going to prison too.
Yeah, look, I don't.
And I know this for sure. Whatever it was over, wasn't worth it. Mm-hmm. I don't give a fuck. Mm-hmm. Like, whatever it was over was not worth it. Period. Yeah. For far as I know, nobody's family got harmed. I don't know if somebody's life was in danger or not.
Yes.
I just know that whatever Banger's dead for, whatever Troy Ave's in jail for, it wasn't worth it. Yeah,
and I think that just echoes my sentiments, which are, it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter however you're feeling in a moment. If that feeling, it doesn't matter how upset you are. Let's say this happened because somebody stubbed their toe. We don't know what happened in that room. We have some people could have bumped sneakers. Some people could have bumped shoulders. It's a packed room. We don't know what happened. We don't know the details.
What y'all talking about online, I don't know. We don't know what happened.
We don't know what the fuck happened.
Not yet anyway.
And nobody knows what happened, okay? Nobody knows what happened. That's important to point out, that nobody knows what happened.
That's true.
But no matter what it was in that moment, it's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. Before you do anything brash like that, just think about who you are as yourself, and if you know yourself, and then that's it.
Life is 10% what happens to you, 90% how you react to what happens to you.
Yeah.
Now, it's just that easy. It's 10% of what happens to you, 90% of how you react to what happens to you. That shit Chappelle used to do when Keeping It Real goes wrong is the realest shit in the world. I keep telling y'all all the time, I don't give a fuck when somebody calls me pussy. I don't give a fuck what somebody's opinion of Charlamagne is, because they don't know me. So they can yap their gums on the internet. They can yap their gums on podcasts. I see it all the time. You know how many motherfuckers do YouTube videos about me all the time?
Yeah.
Like, literally, it's this one dude. And every time he starts the YouTube video off, he starts it off trying to be all nonchalant, talking about, motherfucker, y'all know I don't give a damn about no Charlamagne, but people keep asking me about Charlamagne. So, nigga, you feel like that about everything I do? The first video was cool. I get it. You didn't probably want, but now damn near every move I make, everything I do, you don't really want to talk about it, but you got something to say about it. You know what I'm saying? And right now, if somebody sends it to him, he's getting off on this.
Yeah.
He's getting off on it.
Yeah, you just really helped him out if you think about it.
But I don't give a shit.
I mean, a little bit.
No, I don't. I'm going to tell you why.
You give enough to comment on it.
No, I'm using it as an example. Because none of that stuff bothers me.
All right.
You know what I tell people all the time? It don't benefit you.
Sure, it doesn't benefit you.
You think it does? Like, you might get 10 seconds.
Sure.
Of somebody being like, yo, Charlamagne was talking about one of your videos on his podcast. Mm-hmm. And then you'll take it, like a lot of them do.
Sure.
And put it in their next YouTube video.
Sure.
But guess what? You still in your mom's house.
Yeah.
Nobody, it's not going to benefit you in no way,
You still need me to create. I think that's what it comes out.
Exactly.
You need me to create. You're riding on me to create, which is, hey, this is okay. Like, if I inspire creativity, that's dope.
Fine.
I want to inspire creativity, but have a strong enough constitution in yourself. Know that you're coming to me for creativity. If you're commenting on my work, at least admit it. Don't be like, I know y'all asking me to do this.
Stop it.
Nobody's forcing you.
It's okay. I watch y'all.
You got a gun to your fucking head?
Listen, Charlamagne the God, I watch everything, acknowledge nothing. And if I do acknowledge it, I'm acknowledging it for a reason. That shit don't affect me. Like, I have no problem bigging somebody up. Like, I never like people who feel like they're too big or too good to talk about certain individuals. Like, I'm not mentioning that. That's some little ass YouTuber. That's some little ass podcast.
Well, if it affects you, talk about it. I don't understand. Like,
that's it.
I don't care if it's a homeless dude that got a funny ass sign.
That's it.
If it's funny, I'm going to tell you about it. And I'm not above telling anybody about it because that just goes back to insecurity. If you're secure in who you are, you could big up anybody.
I agree with that. The only reason I don't like doing it is because
you big up thousands of people.
Of course.
Who celebrates more people than you?
But I do it out of love. But I'm talking about the guys.
I'm not saying why you do it. I'm just saying it's an act that you do.
But I'm talking about the guys who have a critique about me that's not favorable, right?
Yeah.
I don't even like to call it hating. They just have a critique of me that's not favorable.
Sure.
The main reason I don't like to do it is because then it becomes a gimmick to them. It's not authentic. It goes back to, I don't know if I was having this discussion with you, but when we talk about rap music, like, first of all, you can't generalize all rap music and say that all rap music is gangster, all rap music is hood, because it's not. The problem I have with the gangster hood music that glorifies the drug culture, celebrates the gang culture, is when it's authentic, when somebody really came from that, and it's just, their art reflecting their life, I'm fine with that. What I hate is when it's these guys who see that gangster shit working for somebody and they play gangster for profit.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that fuck the game up.
So let's give a little context.
Let's do this mid-roll first.
All right, yeah. But let's give a little context to this situation because I had an interesting week. We're getting it up. You got it up or no?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, go.
All right, this week's episode of Brilliant Idiots is also brought to you by SeatGeek. Now, have you ever been frustrated trying to buy tickets online? Most sites make it complicated and then try to sneak in huge fees at checkout. That's why you need to try SeatGeek. Okay, they've made it easier than ever to buy and sell sport and concert tickets. Listen, are you planning on taking your girl to Beyonce's Formation World Tour with DJ Khaled or Drake and Future's Summer 16 tour? They've also got tickets to the Bad Boy Family Reunion Tour with Diddy, Lil' Kim, Faith Evans, and Mace. You got a girl over 40. She'd love to see that. Okay, all right. Wax might even make a surprise appearance on stage with Mace and toss him out just for old time's sake. Okay.
SeatGeek has taken all the hassle out of buying and selling tickets to your favorite concerts and events. SeatGeek pulls all the tickets available on other sites into one place so you have this, so you save time and never miss a deal. You can even set alerts for upcoming shows, and SeatGeek will let you know if ticket prices fall. Every ticket on SeatGeek is given a grade so you can quickly find the best deals, and before you buy, you can use SeatGeek's detailed maps to see the view from your seat. That's actually really dope because I hate it when you buy a seat and you get there and the whole view is obstructed. So the best of all, SeatGeek also always keeps it 100 when it comes to the price. Unlike StubHub, SeatGeek shows you the full ticket price from start to finish and never surprises you with huge fees at checkout. Brilliant Idiots listeners get a $20 rebate off their first SeatGeek purchase. That's wild. So you get your $20 rebate on tickets. You download the free SeatGeek app, go to Settings tab and click Add a Promo Code. Enter promo code IDIOTS. SeatGeek will send you $20 after you've made your first ticket purchase. Download the free SeatGeek app and enter promo code IDIOTS today.
Now back to the show.
Okay.
Now let's talk about how Black Twitter sacrificed you this week.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
You was a goddamn lamb.
I was the lamb today.
They fucking roasted your ass. That was some meat they wanted to eat.
They were hungry. They wanted that gorilla meat. I was there.
What happened? What did you tweet exactly that got everybody in the uproar?
Well, first it was after the shooting at the T.I. concert. And I basically tweeted out. I said my first tweet was a little bit loose, and I'm regretful on just the looseness of it. I don't disagree with it.
We talked about it,
but I basically we had a combo about it. I basically said cowards and children don't take responsibility. I said, shootings do not happen at jazz shows, R&B shows, classical or EDM. This is a rap thing. And the looseness that I regret right there is, one, not classifying it as gangster rap, which was a conversation that we had. So gangster. I wish I preface it as gangster rap because, like we said, rap is a genre of music that has subgenres.
Absolutely.
And I, of course, did not mean when I said that, I was not talking about Kendrick, I was not talking about Common, not talking about Cole, not talking about Ye. I was talking about gangster rappers, which I grew up loving. That's the music that I listen to. I honestly don't listen to Kendrick, Ye, Cole. I like gangster rap. I like gangster shit in general. I'm drawn to violence. Human beings in general are drawn to violence. We are attracted to it for some reason. There's an instinct that we have in our bodies that make us want to watch, hey, fuck it, The Sopranos, The Wire, these shows, action movies. We're drawn to
street shit.
Street shit is hot.
We like street shit.
So there's some kind of, but what I'm saying, what I was basically trying to say is that, I grew up in New York in the 90s, right? I don't know, maybe if, a lot of people who are commenting, maybe they didn't have that same kind of experience as growing up in a city that has like deep hip hop roots. You might have had like a club that had a hip hop night in your town or something like that. You didn't have.
It was worse down south.
Maybe it was worse down south, but I know growing up, like the tunnel, that shit got shot up weekly. It felt like stabbings weekly. Security guards in the tunnel had the hardest job in the fucking world. Security guard in the tunnel was like being a fucking ISIS soldier.
Down south
was
worse.
Okay, maybe it was worse. Jimmy's up in the Bronx. Like this place we get shot up all the fucking time. So
But that's different, though. That's clubs versus concerts.
But these clubs were venues where people would perform. The tunnel, there were performances all the time.
Clubs
you had people showing up.
Concerts.
You had, but sure, definitely a little bit looser. But the point being is what I later got at, and we had a conversation, and I appreciate your being a consigliere as this on this topic. But it was basically gangster rap music is a negative influence.
And nobody can deny that.
And nobody can deny that. This has nothing to do with, in my opinion, race. I think Eminem's lyrics are just as negative as any other gangster rapper that you could possibly put out there.
Oh, quick side note about white privilege.
Sure.
Talking to somebody again, right? And I'm talking about gangster rap, and I'm talking about how a lot of that has dominated since the 90s. So they tried to give me 3 examples. They go, look at Eminem, look at Outkast, look at Kanye. I go, Eminem, who kills his mother and his girlfriend and uses every drugs. And then I said, now that's white privilege. And then they said to me, okay, we'll take Eminem out. But just the fact that they didn't even think that Eminem was violent.
This a white person that said that to you?
No, Mexican.
So Letty said that to you,
yeah,
which is very no. You know what's mad interesting? I was doing shows in Dallas, and I was talking to 2 girls who came out to the shows, and they saw the whole thing transpire on Twitter. And shout out to Dallas, by the way. That was an awesome weekend. But we got into this argument. I was talking about gangster rap. I was like, because she tried to make this a race thing. She's like, you're talking about a black music form, and you're talking about black people when you say we know what you mean by gangster when you're talking about black people. I say, first of all, black people have offered way more to American culture and world culture than just gangster rap music, okay? I also said jazz and R&B specifically to point out 2 black musical forms that do not preach murder in any way possible in the music. Second of all, when it comes to gangster rap only represents gangster rap to me. And I said Eminem's lyrics are fucking gangster. Eminem is murdering people doing drugs.
Eminem needs to be locked up.
He's some psychopathic shit.
Kill your fucking mom.
Come on, son. Crazy.
He's talking about fucking corpses.
It's wild shit. Now, but what she said,
a girl fucking her corpse.
She goes, Eminem's not gangster rap. And I go, what you mean Eminem's not gangster rap? She's like, it's not gangster. I don't feel threatened by Eminem. And I go, hold on one second, sweetheart. I go, one second.
White privilege.
Hold on, no. You know what this is? This is so interesting to hear. Black girl saying this. And I go, you realize that you're making the exact same mistake that people make when black people are protesting outside of some place, they're thugs. Yeah. And when white people are protesting outside of the place, they're protesters. You're doing the exact same thing you criticize the media for.
That's psychological. Now. It's psychological because in society, they teach us that things that are black have a negative connotation. The black plague, the black jelly bean, nighttime. But
black jelly bean sucks. Keep it very real.
Yeah,
it sucks.
They do. It's terrible.
Yeah. Black berries are delicious. That's my favorite berry. Blackberry.
Devil's food cake. Like anything that got to do with the dark, with black, is evil. the whites or the angels, whatever. Even the images they showed us as authority figures back in the day. You'd always see white cops in books. You'd see white teachers, whatever.
Sure.
So for you to look at Eminem, just off appearance, white guy, blonde hair, t-shirt, looks white. Eminem looks white. Yeah. Eminem's never looked
He's
like
got bleached blonde hair.
He's never looked like Post Malone. No. Ever. He's never been He's never tried to do anything but be white. He got a song called White America.
Yeah, he dresses like a lesbian.
Which I've always applauded him for. But to look at him and say that he's not threatening when he spits the most vile shit. Eminem had an album cover where it was a body hanging out of a fucking trunk.
Charlamagne,
Eminem, and a shovel, he just dug a shallow grave.
Bro, he caught a gun charge. How many rappers actually caught the charge when you think about it?
Yeah.
Right? Like, think about it. How many he caught a gun charge brandishing a gun at, I forget who, but the point is...
Oh, Insane Clown Posse, wasn't it?
Insane Clown Posse, that's right. So, but the point I'm trying to make is don't be upset at white people for doing some shit that you're doing yourself subconsciously. That was my point with her. And then eventually all these people started to say, you know what, you're talking about gangster rap music.
That's what I told you. Words mean something.
Yeah, but they don't mean something. Because,
yes, they do.
No, well, to us they do, but immediately I start, and even today I'm getting all these texts. Oh yeah, so it happens at only at gangster rap concerts. Well, what about this rock concert where people died? What about this jazz concert where people died? What about this what an EDM concert where people died?
But I told you that too, though. I'm like, yo, listen. First of all, when you bring the concerts to me didn't have anything to do with it. And that's what I told Schultz. When you bring in other concert shows, you can always get examples of deaths at EDM shows. Deaths at, like last week it was some big brawl at a country fucking show. I forgot who show it was. So it's like you can always find examples of violence at concerts if you look hard enough.
Sure.
Just like you can find violence at games if you look hard enough.
But my response to that is, that's all lives matter. You're making the all lives matter argument. Right now, we're not talking about other concerts. Right now, we're talking about violence in music and violence at these potential concerts.
The conversation should have been about violence in music because violence at concerts is rare anywhere. Sure. Like it don't matter what kind of show it is. Like Wiz Khalifa, and think about all the different shows that happen. Wiz Khalifa got a summer tour. Beyonce's not hip hop, but Drake and Future can go on tour. Jay-Z and Kanye can go on tour. You don't hear no situations happening. Kendrick can go on tour. You don't hear about no situations happening.
The point that I'm trying to make is that when I went on Fox News and every other TV outlet and I was talking about the importance of Black Lives Matter, and I was saying that, right now this is an issue that we're talking about. Yes, there are many different cancers. You don't show up at the leukemia rally and say, what's up with breast cancer? Right now we're working on leukemia, right? That was an accepted way of viewing Black Lives Matter and a supported way of viewing Black Lives Matter. Now when we're saying there might be a negative influence in gangster rap, well, there is a negative influence in gangster rap, and it's inspiring possibly inspiring negative behavior that could happen at these gangster rap concerts, amongst other places, not just the concerts, but it could definitely happen there. Now all of a sudden but shit happens at Kenny Chesney concerts, but shit happens here, and it's, to me, I just see it as hypocritical.
It's a pointless argument simply because you can always find violence at various concerts.
But the violence is not perpetuated in the music. My point is, if EDM...
But that's what it should have been about.
And I said this, if EDM, because people what's an OD at EDM shows all the time, and if EDM music was saying in the music, yo, take that shit until you OD, kill yourself. Take that shit until you OD,
I don't know if they take it.
You gotta kill yourself. You gotta kill yourself.
But they definitely do celebrate the use of drugs.
They tell you to kill people in gangster rap. Let's not act like what we're doing. They tell you how exactly to sell drugs. It's the 10 crack commandments.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? They tell you, they are describing in detail.
EDM got songs like Molly.
Yeah.
Molly.
Sure.
Molly.
Sure.
Molly. You hear that over and over, you won't fucking pop a pill.
Sure, I'm not saying
whatever. I don't fucking take that shit.
So you're popping a pill. That's fine.
No, it's not.
Now if it says Molly until you OD. Do Molly until you OD.
It's the same
Do
thing.
Molly it's not, Charlamagne.
It's the celebration of the drug culture.
There's a difference. Listen.
It's the celebration of the drug culture. Regardless how you spin it, it's the celebration of the drug culture. And listen, there is not one person.
Wiz Khalifa is celebrating drug culture. I don't really see anything that wrong with it. When you start telling people to murder, that murder is the way that you deal with problems, right? People who are impressionable, and we had this conversation, some people are more impressionable than others. Some people look at this thing. The reality is, let's not deny influence. Rappers can get us to drink a certain type of vodka, wear certain type of sneakers, wear certain type of clothes, stop wearing certain type of clothes, but they can't influence to do anything negative whatsoever?
This is the problem, though.
That's convenient.
Art is a reflection of life.
For some.
For some, I mean, some people are just pretending. But even still, even when I look at rappers, right, you can go back to when, Death Row. Mm-hmm. Death Row was just a reflection of the gang culture in L.A., right? I can't blame the gang culture in L.A. on rap because the gang culture in L.A. was around long before rap. When you go to the East Coast, when they was embracing the mafia era,
sure,
they were influenced by the fucking mob.
Sure, Frank White,
the Gambinos, whoever.
Sure,
Capone, Noriega, Nas with Escobar. Like, they were all influenced by
Scarface,
sure. Mafia culture.
Sure.
Jay-Z said in the song, Scarface the movie did more than Scarface the rapper to me. And that's a fact. Like, you look at a movie like Paid in Full. Paid in Full showed you how in Harlem people was dealing drugs. But when they saw the movie Scarface, they showed them in the theater watching the movie Scarface. That shit made them be like, oh shit, the world is mine.
So there is an influence.
It's the influence. So for me, rap is influenced by the streets. The streets are influenced by this other shit that we see that's already going on in the streets.
Sure.
Most typical street motherfuckers are influenced by street people that they could never be like El Chapo. Fucking, they name a mixtape El Chapo, Pablo Escobar, Narcos,
Noriega.
Noriega, like they like that shit.
Yeah,
so it's like when you mix that with what's already going on in the hoods of America, then you get this volatile form of music called gangster rap. My biggest problem I've always had with gangster rap is when it's not your reality, you're just pretending and you're influencing a group of kids who aren't going to be pretending when they adopt this lifestyle.
Sure, absolutely.
If that's really you, if that's really what you came from, and your first few albums are about it, and then you grow and evolve the way that Jay-Z did, or even a Jeezy has, even a T.I. to a certain extent, when you see these guys evolving past just the typical gangster shit, you gotta applaud that because that's what you're supposed to do.
I'm supportive.
Malcolm X used to be Malcolm Little. Like you should be able to grow, you should be able to evolve. Like Tommy from Blaze. I like Tommy. You know what I'm saying?
Tommy Lauren. This is the white chick from Blaze, the show. Yeah.
Jay-Z and Pusha T just put out a record called Drug Dealers Anonymous. Two drug dealers. I like the whole vibe of the record because it's these two past drug dealers who are, I guess, in a quote-unquote rehab, and they're standing up in a circle telling their story. Hey, my name's Jay-Z. I used to be a drug dealer. Hey, my name's Pusha T. I used to be a drug dealer. If you listen to Jay's verse, Jay goes from telling Tommy, yeah, I used to be a 14-year drug dealer, and I'm still hustling. Then he goes into all his legal forms. The problem I got with Tommy is when Tommy tweets out things like, oh, thank you, Jay-Z. Thank you, Pusha T. I always wanted to be in two drug dealer songs. They're not drug dealers no more, Tommy, and you know that.
Yeah. She's
like, stop it.
Yeah, she's trying to form the narrative, and she's trying to do what she can. But I think just back to, touch on what you were talking about, the music is, yes, if people have lived these lives, they are absolutely entitled to talk about their lives.
For a certain extent. To a certain point.
To be honest,
or maybe even forever.
You could talk about your life forever. My point isn't about you talking about your life. It's know your influence. At a certain point in time, you and I got to know our influence. I might, get so big as a comedian that I say a joke that to us is a kind of funny joke, but all of a sudden really affects some kid, and some kid does some wild shit because of it.
We got voices. When you got voices,
you have power.
You got to know the power in your voice.
So that's all I'm saying is you're not causing murders. You're not the cause of anything bad. People have been murdered since the beginning of time, but we have to understand that you have influence, and just like a brand wants to attach you to a brand to influence people to buy it, your gangster might be influences young kids' gangster.
Listen, this is my thing. I'm grown. I remember people being upset at Tupac. I remember people being upset at Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. Does anybody remember C. Dolores Tucker? When C. Dolores Tucker was telling y'all,
they were calling me C. Dolores Tucker on Twitter.
But it's the truth, though. This music has a negative influence. Like, you gotta understand. Like, yo, man, this is for everybody who grew up in the hood. The things that we think are normal, the things that we have made the norm, look ridiculous to everybody else,
bro.
Like, I don't know why. When are we going to realize this? It looks ridiculous, and it don't look ridiculous. And it's not even just to. When I say everybody else, it's not just to white people. Yo, it looks ridiculous to somebody like Minister Farrakhan, who's 83 years old.
Yeah,
it looked ridiculous to somebody like Maya Angelou, who spoke out about the negative influences against the rap, telling kids, "Yo, know your power." That's what Minister Farrakhan says, and Minister Farrakhan knows it's not going to happen overnight because this is something that's been going on for the past 20 plus
Sure,
years.
sure.
When did fucking The Chronic come out? Because I don't count it, even though you can throw NWA in there.
Absolutely.
But NWA had a great message because they were standing up against the police. But if you listen to the rest of NWA shit, they was,
Yo.
Put it like this. The other best message on NWA other than fuck the police was teaching girls how to suck dick. with Just Don't Bite It. All
right, fair. I mean, I just did an interview with Vlad, and Vlad was telling me he was interviewing Alonzo.
Yeah.
And he asked Alonzo, he goes, do you think that there was a gangster influence after NWA came out? And Alonzo told him, and I'm paraphrasing, he's like, before that, when you go to the club, there might be like 10% of the people in the club were in a gang or there was gang relations. After they came out, it was like 90.
Because it was for profit.
It was 90% of people were in the club. They were banging. Yeah. They were part of it. And he said NW definitely influenced the gang culture in
Listen,
LA.
You don't think these labels saw NWA working, then later on saw Death Row working, and influenced people to be as gangster as possible?
I'm talking about not gangster rappers. I'm talking about gangster, actually people in gangs increased. That's what he was saying. Like the influence of the music actually influenced the street.
It probably made people, more people want to be down.
Because it looked cool. Now this is what's winning. That's what people naturally gravitate towards what's winning.
Absolutely.
You don't think more people are shooting threes now that Steph Curry makes every shot?
Of course.
Everybody pulling up for three.
Of course. Listen.
Channing Frye.
When you like the South, where I grew up on, Outkast, Goody Mob, they wasn't on that street shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They was hood dudes, but they were conscious. You know what I mean? Salute to the Dungeon family. My man, Rico Wade, I love organized noise. Like, they're just amazing to me. Sure. But they weren't on that street shit like that. But then you had the UGK and the Ghetto Boys who were. But then Atlanta, you would think that with all the influence Outkast had on just the culture, the game, all the records they sold and everything, you would think it would be more people from Atlanta like Outkast, like the Rorys, the B.O.B.s. No, the T.I.s. Jeezy.
We are drawn to violence,
mans.
bro.
It's not even just violence, it's easier to be street. That's what you see all the time.
Listen, I see people helping blind people across the street all the time. I have never been inclined to take my phone out, videotape this act of kindness.
That shit ain't gonna get no
World
views, bro.
star!
Fuck that. What the fuck you mean? Being nice?
Kindness never gets videotaped.
How the fuck is being nice gonna benefit me?
Let me catch a blind person hitting someone with that cane?
Oh no, let somebody catch somebody punching a blind person in the back of the head.
You could actually punch them in the front of the head. That's one person you could easily
watch that shit over and over simply because to be bad. They first of all, we like it because it's entertaining, but then
why is it entertaining, bro? Why do you think we are so drawn to violence?
Ask America. I don't know.
It's not America. It's the world, yo. It is the entire world. It's a natural human instinct. I've started to research a little bit because they've done studies about it, like with mice, and about mice. If you take away their female mate and introduce a male, they'll assume that the male took the girl away, and they'll try to fight him. And if the male goes away, they'll knock on the fucking wood thing where the male went to get him to come back in. We're drawn to violence. What the fuck is this about?
It's American culture. It's a country that was built on violence. World. It's the whole world. It don't matter where you go. Vikings weren't American. Only reason I say it's not the whole world.
Japanese weren't American.
I'm with you, but the only reason I say it's not the whole world because, like, when you
Africa, that's not America. I mean, South America's not America.
I mean, what makes it even worse here is the gun culture.
We have other ways of executing it. It's not machetes up in these streets, but
like in London, you'll get stabbed in the chest, but they don't really have guns 100 miles per hour.
I feel like in London, or at least England and Ireland, it's constant fist fights. Oh, yeah. It's like fist fight, which is better.
Because he's always drunk in Ireland.
Exactly. Maybe we're drunk because we're so angry we need to calm down.
The moral of the story to me is like, let's stop acting like it's not a certain sector of rappers who haven't celebrated the drug culture for years, who haven't glorified the gang lifestyle for years. I mean, Minister Farrakhan specifically, who watched the Breakfast Club interview, he talks about this all the time, how rappers have so much power. And if we just start putting things of socially redeeming value in our music, we can influence people and change people. Like, but the other problem I have is like when the commissioner, I think his name is Bill Blatton, when he says things like rappers are all just thugs who celebrate violence, that's stereotyping and profiling. It's disrespectful to Kendrick Lamar. It's disrespectful to J. Cole, Big Sean, Wale, Drake. Let's be clear. Most of this new generation ain't on that shit. Chance the Rapper.
They're not.
And that's great.
Absolutely.
They not on that shit.
The music isn't as good, but it's fun.
I like the music. It's just not for me.
It ain't for me, bro. I don't fuck with this.
I think it's because I'm grown.
I don't think it's because I'm grown. It's because I think I know what I like. I'm attracted to some raw, fucked up shit because I watch it. Like I think it was Damian Lemon that said this. It's like wrestling. Like I've literally, and we were talking about this. Remember when you said it's all entertainment till it's not entertainment?
That's it.
But and you were talking about how people and even ourselves view like rap beef. Like I remember when Biggie and Tupac were getting into it when I was a kid. That's wrestling.
We never thought it would.
That's The Rock versus Stone Cold.
We never thought it would lead to violence.
Never thought it would. It's a
We never thought it would lead
movie.
to violence.
I literally think of rap in a lot of ways almost like a play. Like I'm watching this play or a telenovela or a soap opera. I'm just watching this thing fold and this happens and all of a sudden someone gets killed and it's like, yo, hold up. This not a soap opera.
Yo, I'm talking to my man Hovain, salute to Hovain, that's Troy Ave's manager. And like the reality of situations set in when you talk to somebody who's been really affected by it. Hovain simply said to me, my man is dead and my best friend's in jail. And I said to him, for nothing. And he said, for absolutely fucking nothing. And that's the reality of the situation. It's all entertainment until it's not entertainment. Like we all sit around and, we laugh at these Twitter beefs and we laugh at, people when they're getting slandered and things of that nature. Like we don't expect it to get to that level. I just don't. Like, okay, a fight. Oh, they fought. Whatever. But why, he's dead, yo? Come on, man. That shit is ridiculous to me.
And you could keep chalking this up to there being no opportunity in these types of things. Man, we got illegal immigrants coming to this country every single day that not only are working here and supporting themselves, but are sending money back home to support families back home. You might have to work 80 hours a week, but you know what? How many hours a week you work, Charlamagne?
Okay, let's keep this in perspective. It is 6:55 p.m.
What time did you start? 4 o'clock?
I started at 4 o'clock this morning.
And we're not even done. You got a meeting at 7:30.
Oh, and let's be clear, I got a meeting at 7:30. That's why I got to get out of here in a second. But for me, I started 4 o'clock today. And I keep telling y'all about this because it's the truth. 4 o'clock today. Then I had 2 interviews after the Breakfast Club. Then I had to go to MTV for a meeting about Uncommon Sense. Then I had to go shoot for another show we're doing that's coming back. And then I'm here doing the podcast. Then I got a 7:30 meeting. And I still got to get home and be a father.
And you have 2 children to take care of.
Yes.
Listen, I haven't had that crazy day, but I've been going since 9 o'clock. Okay? And I got a show tonight at 11:40. So it doesn't stop. So what I'm saying is a lot of people, you might think you're too good to do these shitty jobs. But work is work. And work leads to more work.
Work is work. And let me tell you something. Yo, I love my job. When you do what you love, it feels like you're never working. I heard somebody say that. That's bullshit.
Oh, we working.
We working. Like it does get tiring. It does get frustrating. Yeah. Sometimes I want to call Paige, my assistant, and be like, yo, dead all this shit, man. I'm not going to do that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes I want to call Karen and be like, no, Karen, I can't. Yeah. No, I have to.
But then I take 2 days off and I'm fucking miserable.
I'm miserable.
I am so
no.
miserable,
I'm gonna tell you,
dude. Oh my God.
Matter of fact, I want to pay these bills and let's pay these bills and I want to talk to y'all about vacation real quick.
Yeah. All
right, this episode of Brilliant Idiots is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace makes it super simple for people with absolutely no web design experience to create the website or blog or online store they've always wanted to by using a simple, intuitive process. Design your website with Squarespace's award-winning templates, customizable settings, and more, all without a single plugin. From nationally recognized brands to your favorite local shop, Squarespace is trusted by hundreds of thousands of savvy shop owners around the world, including all the tools you need to track inventory, process orders, and send custom emails in one intuitive interface.
Oopsie. They even raise the bar when it comes to help. Squarespace offers 24/7 customer support. Every member of the customer care team is an experienced Squarespace user working in a Squarespace office. No matter how technical your problem or trivial seeming your question is, one of their team is always going to be online to assist you. Start your free trial today at squarespace.com and enter offer code IDIOT to get 10% off your next purchase and let them know the Brilliant Idiot sent you. Squarespace, set your website apart.
Let me talk to you about vacation. Downtime.
You know what it literally is? It's downtime because it makes me feel fucking down.
No.
Bro. Oh, I
feel the opposite. I'm going to tell you why. Memorial weekend, I told y'all, went to Folly Beach, went to the big-ass beach house, sleeps 14. It was great. I had all my nieces there, my nephews, my mom, my wife's mom, everybody. This is a great time. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. You know? And what that made me want to do is, first of all, I love it. But with all the other madness that was going on, hearing about Troy Ave shooting and all that shit like that, I'm sitting back like, this is what life is about. Not fucking being in the club, motherfuckers shooting at you. Fuck all that shit. This is what life is about. I want to continue to put myself in a position to be able to provide for my family. So what vacation does for me is motivates me to want to do more of this shit. And not just do more of this shit. Yo, I want to get to that level where I can rent a motherfucking private jet and fly everybody to motherfucking Anguilla or something. Everybody get your motherfucking passports. We out.
Sure.
That type of shit. So it motivates me. Now, don't get me wrong. I love what I do. So after a while, I just miss being in the mix, miss working. You know, you're looking on Twitter and social media and seeing everybody commenting about all of these different things and they want to hear your opinion on it. So it's like, I got to get back to work.
Put me in the game, coach.
Put me back in the game, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's it. But I love a vacay because vacay motivates me to want to take more motherfucking vacations in better places with my family and friends.
Okay.
Period.
I think a vacation when you have your family and friends, it is a vacation, but it's not the same as downtime.
Nah, it's the best.
I love family and friends because you get to experience these things that you haven't really got to once you got into entertainment full force, which is hanging out with your fucking family and friends. You don't get to hang out with your family and friends. So it's a treat. When I say downtime, I mean, let's say you have 2 or 3 days. It's just you at the crib. You're snowed in. You can't go to work, anything
I get
like
bored
that.
like that.
Bro, and you know what? When I was younger, it used to happen to our dad. Our dad would go out to the beach, right? We had a beach house, right? And our dad would go out to the beach and he would tell me he hated it. And I'm like, why? And he goes, I get really depressed when I go out there. Like, what you mean you get depressed? It's the beach. You get to, hang on, I just get depressed. And I didn't understand it. And then I got old. And I went to the beach and I didn't have anything to do. And I wasn't working, and I wasn't attached to what's happening back home, and I couldn't get on and start emails, and I wasn't creating, and I'm doing nothing for 2 days straight, and I want to tear my fucking hair out, bro.
I get bored. I love family, friends, and fellowship.
Word.
That's what I fucking love.
Word.
My aunt was cooking every day. My aunt gets down in the kitchen. So she was cooking breakfast, lunch, dinner. It's all of us, waking up together, going to sleep late. After the game went off on Saturday, we're like,
shit talk.
I know it's a good black movie on. Everybody's like, yeah, it got to be a good black movie on. It's fucking whatever, midnight at night.
Yeah.
What did we find? Boys in the fucking
There
Hood.
we go.
I'm sitting there watching Boys in the Hood with my people, and for the first time in my goddamn life, I don't know if it was my cousin Dana, somebody made the revelation, yo, that's Ike and Tina.
Yeah, I saw you
I never noticed that was motherfucking Lawrence Fishburne and Angela Bassett. I mean, I knew, but it's hold up. That was Ike and Tina. It's little things like that. Sitting on the porch in front of a marsh, screened in, you know what I'm saying? Because, we from the country, so we love screen doors and shit like that.
Yeah, fuck mosquitoes. Why would you want mosquitoes?
Fuck them. We out there chilling, talking, laughing, no social media, just joking, having good conversation.
That's not downtime. That's heaven.
Heaven, man.
What do we describe heaven as? Heaven is just friends and family and no work, right? I don't need work if you give me all my friends and family.
That's it.
But if I have no friends and family and it's just me and I'm not doing something for 2-3 days, bro, I'm depressed. I am. Let's go to meetings. Let's go to meetings. Let's create something. Let's write some new jokes. Let's write some new material. Let's do the fucking podcast. I'm hungry. I'm itching.
Yeah.
I like to keep moving, man. Give me 4 or 5 things that I have to do per day. Even if going to the gym is one of them, I could be a happy person, bro.
I'm gonna tell you another beauty about money, right? Money. I mean, really, money is just really for me for philanthropy. It's good. You can provide for yourself, but the best thing about money is helping and empowering other people.
Yeah,
but
it ain't for clothing.
It's definitely not for clothing.
You look horrible.
I do.
I don't even know what you're wearing. You look like you came on yourself.
Well, no, this is all PRPS. This is PRPS sweatpants and PRPS shirts. I love PRPS. This is just nice stuff. But
please return pants soon. That's what PRPS stands for.
Bruised and broken.
Please return pants soon.
Salute to PRPS. I'm gonna tell you why I love PRPS, because my man Don is from Virginia, and what he does is he goes in old barns and stuff.
Yeah.
Finds clothes and remakes them. So when you say it looks like it's paint on these sweatpants, it's because he was actually in a house.
And a guy came on him?
With some sweatpants with some goddamn paint on it, like the speckles. But
a guy jerked off on his pants. That's crazy.
So what I like about it is, what I like about being able to provide is we're all getting older.
Yep.
Right? Our parents and stuff are getting older.
Yeah, it's scary.
Remember when they used to always bring the family together? It was a time when it was your brothers and your cousins and everybody used to fellowship.
You don't get it at the time.
You don't get it anymore. But it's up to us
to do that.
To do that.
Yeah, it's very true.
I have to do things like rent a beach house and invite all the family, all the friends over. Let's kick it.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's I like to see my nieces playing together. I like seeing my nephew playing with it, like, because we're all in different states and things like that. They didn't grow up the way that we grew up.
It feels cool to be a part of something.
Yes, so we got to keep this together because we're the new generation.
Yeah.
The same way our parents used to bring us together, like my mom and pops, used to jump in a car and either drive to Orlando to go see my mom's sister or drive to New Jersey to go see my father's brother and sister. That's why all my family's in Jersey. Jersey or South Carolina. Like, we used to do those kind of things.
Yeah.
So we got to do that now.
Yeah.
Like, now, when I had the beach house this weekend, my brothers came from Tennessee, sisters came from Georgia. Like, my other cousin, Dana, came from Texas. Like, we came together to have a good time. My friend Ashley came from Charlotte or Rock Hill, wherever she's at. Like, we do that. Like, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's up to us to keep the family vibe going. Because I'm big on family. I'm big on friends. You got to have a community. You got to have a village. That's how you learn things. You know what I'm saying? That's when you realize what real loyalty is, what real love is. Like,
we're communal people.
People, man.
We're not supposed to be locked away, just you and one other person.
No.
That's not how human beings ever interacted.
No.
We had these nice little 150-person communities where all the people would work on washing the clothes, all the people would work on hunting for food, these people work, and we're constantly mingling and talking to each other. Maybe that's why, on a certain extent, conversation brings on this feeling of like euphoria, because we were supposed to do this shit. We're made to do this shit.
Friends, family, fellowship.
Boom.
Food, drinks. I woke up every morning watching a team of beautiful women cooking.
Yeah.
My mom, my sisters, my aunts, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cooking. Like, we had a buffet. Like I love it.
Bro, is there anything better than waking up to the smell of food? I sleep, like, I don't...
Fried fish, fried shrimp, yellow grits, pancakes, turkey sausage, turkey bacon for breakfast, for dinner, turkey wings, seafood casserole, stuffing, every day from Friday to motherfucking Sunday, man.
Yep.
There's nothing better, bro. That's why I'm detoxing right now. That's why I had a protein shake for breakfast, a protein shake for lunch, and at dinner I'm gonna have 5 ounces of meat and some vegetables. This is my second day doing it. I knew immediately when I got back on Tuesday, it was done.
Skin looks good, though.
Hey, baby. I just left Dr. Sandy, baby. I was like, Dr. Sandy, I've been doing some bullshit all weekend long, okay? I'm letting you know that right now. Drinking a lot of liquor, eating a lot of good fried motherfucking food, being the southern motherfucker that I am. So, let me get right real quick. She's like, all right, you need to detox for 2 days. Got you. And it's just like that.
Yeah.
I'll be back ready to go by Friday. That's the moral of the story.
God bless.
Let's pay this last bill. This week's episode of Billionaires is brought to you by Touch of Modern. Get the special guy in your life a gift you'll know he'll love. Get him something from touchofmodern.com. For those of you with fathers in your lives, Father's Day is around the corner, and dad doesn't want another tie you picked up on the way to his house, okay? Touch of Modern has jaw-dropping tech, home brewing kits, new and vintage watches, men's fashion, and tons of accessories to get noticed at unbeatable prices.
With new sales launching every day, touchofmodern.com is the one website to discover and elevate your lifestyle in a single click. Okay, I looked through the website. I'm not joking. I looked through the watches. I know I said it a couple weeks ago, but the watches, there's some very nice watches for what I thought were affordable prices. I would go check them out if I were you. Watch is a great investment. It doesn't decrease in value. It's much better than a car, but that's just my personal preferences over here. Our listeners can get immediate access to all these deals when they sign up at touchofmodern.com. That's touchofmodern.com. Do it today, because tomorrow it'll be different. That's how life rolls in the fast lane.
That's right. Now look, I got to get the fuck out of here. I got a dinner meeting. Like I told y'all, I'm doing my detox thing, so it's been milkshakes all day. So I really can't wait to go to this dinner meeting because I'm gonna give me a big fat piece of some type of meat.
What you gonna get?
Some animal, maybe a gorilla.
You know what I'm
saying?
I hate pause.
I heard there's some good gorilla coming from Cincinnati.
Oh, that freshness.
That's what I heard.
Hell yeah, you can get that.
A whole fucking ton of gorilla that just came from Cincinnati. I think I'm gonna try that sauté.
Gorilla bacon. You need gorilla bacon, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna try some of that with some nice vegetables.
Can we end pause? My issue with pause is you make it gay. Like when we're just talking right now, like I gotta get some type of meat. I'm going to a restaurant. I got to get some type of meat. My brain isn't going, I bet that meat is made out of dick. But you're going to...
Dick talk.
Dick segment. But you're going to take some dick for dinner.
I don't find nothing wrong with that. I think it's funny.
Listen, but I'm not thinking that. The second you go, I gotta get some meat. Pause. I can't help but think about you eating 5 ounces of dick.
Yeah.
You're making me go to 5 ounces of dick.
Yeah.
Why would you put 5 ounces of dick in my brain?
If you're not gay, why are you thinking about gay shit? Like, if you're not gay, why is the mention of a nice piece of
meat,
beef or chicken or turkey sausage, why does that remind you of dick?
Exactly.
First of all, I've never tasted dick. But if dick is tasty as turkey sausage, eat that shit with some pancakes.
Go for it.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
eat that shit with some goddamn pancakes and call it a motherfucking day.
For real. But isn't that, why don't we just stop this whole adding the gay element to it? You must be walking around thinking of gay shit nonstop if you're pausing nonstop. Matter of fact, the more you pause, the more you're thinking about gay shit.
Do gay people say straight? Like if they see a pretty girl, they be like,
no, they
damn, she pretty. They be like, ooh. Play. Really?
No.
Really? Oh.
You just got it.
Play.
Ooh, fast forward. Fast forward.
Damn. No fast forward, bro. Get the fuck out of here, man. No hetero.
No. Yeah, what we used to say? We used to say yes homo. You know how white boy fun is all gay jokes. So whenever we'd say some shit, we'd be like, damn, bro, that should look hard. Yes homo.
All right, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I got a meeting, 7:30.
All right, man. We gave you a short one this week, but thank you guys for listening. We appreciate you.
You gave him a short one?
You ain't shit. You ain't shit. You would be thinking about that.
Listen, watch Uncommon Sense every Friday night at 11 p.m. on MTV2.
Oh, also, Netflix is on Benders right now. Thank you to all the people who've been watching that shit. That has been so dope, man. Netflix is a thing. You got to make TV on Netflix. If your fans are on the internet, driving them to something else that's on the internet is way easier than driving them to the TV.
Listen, go watch that Brilliant Idiots cartoon on YouTube. We told you we wanted to turn Brilliant Idiots into the cartoon. Fuck waiting on the network. We do it ourselves. The network will catch up later. But go watch the Brilliant Idiots animated short. Hopefully that'll be a cartoon on Netflix one day. That's the vision.
Yes, sir.
You know? So,
all right, man.
You heard me say it here first. We'll see if it happens. Now, as always, if you listen to this podcast, you think we're smart, you think we're intelligent, you think we're brilliant, you're absolutely right. But if you listen to this podcast and you think we're just a couple idiots who don't know shit, you're right too. It's the Brilliant Idiots Podcast. Thank you for listening.